Hi, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. So today let's solve this code question called search in rotated sorted array 2. You have watched my previous video, you'll find this question very similar to search in rotated sorted array. However, there are two differences here according to the question. The first difference is there are possible duplicate elements. So maybe there are double 2 in single array and 2 paths to duplicate. And the other difference is that in this question we have to return true or false instead of the index. Now, again, we'll use binary search method to satisfy the all against requirement. First, let's look at some examples. So in these nums, we have to search 0. You see here double 0 here, so I'll be return true. And here, we have to search 3 here. However, we found there's no 3 in this array, so we have to return false. Now let me draw a graph to help you understand the intuition. Okay, so let's say we have an array like this. And there's some duplicate elements in the mid. I'll use the unrotated array for easy understanding, but the rotated array has the similar idea. We'll have the left initialized here, right initialized here, the mid maybe here, right? So when we run binary search, the left will get closer and right also get closer. Let's say after several iteration of binary search, we eventually add this kind of scenario. Or maybe the left is here. It's the same value as the mid, right here, maybe it's here. In this case, while left does not pass mid, we want to continue to move the left to the direction of mid to pass the duplicate. So this is basically all the differences on this question from the previous question. Now, we got intuition and understanding. Let's dive into the coding part. Well, first, let's write our general framework for this kind of Leetcode questions. For this binary search question, the fundamental thing, the first thing is to set the left pointer and right pointer. So left pointer initialized as the beginning of the array, and right pointer will be at the end of the array. While the left pointer and right pointer do not cross each other, what do you do? The first thing to calculate is mid, right? Then we want to check if found the target, then we have to return true. After that, we want to pass the duplicate elements and to check the other scenarios. One is mid in the left, rotated portion. The other is mid in the right, rotated portion, which is similar to the previous question. So I just copy paste all the intuitions to the coding comments. Okay, let me copy paste here, here, here to here. Now let's write this code out. Mid is left plus right divided by 2. If found the target equal to numbers mid, which means okay, we found we immediately enter true. If that's not the case, first let's remind ourselves to pass duplicates. While left is smaller than mid, this means the binary search still works. And to find the numbers at left equals number at mid. So for example, we have 0 at left and 0 at mid. In this case, we have to continue to the next iteration. Okay, sorry. We have to move the left pointer to the right. Now, if we filter out these corner cases, we have made this scenario, which is the same as the previous questions. We found the mid in the left portion, so the numbers mid greater than numbers left, right? Then we have two cases. The first case is that we found target between numbers mid and numbers left. So like this. In this case, we have to check the left portion. We're moving the right pointer to mid -1. Otherwise, we are trying to check the right portion by moving the left pointer to mid +1. If this scenario doesn't hold, we're entering the other scenario where mid in the right sorted portion. So in this scenario, we have two cases. The first case, we found the target between the mid and right. So just copy paste here and make a slight change. I'll change here to mid and here to right. Now, if this case want to check the right sorted portion, so I'm moving left to mid plus 1. Otherwise, we are moving right to mid minus 1 to check the left sorted portion. If we go through the entire binary search and didn't find anything, this means there's no nouns in our array and to return false. And now let's check if this solution really works. Okay, you see the time capacity and memory usage is very good for this solution, and I think it's relatively easy to understand. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.